So this was the output we got in the previous video. Now if you see, we have been able to reduce our work by creating a parent class and using its two functions for the two child classes. But we still had to create two independent functions for bark and purr separately in both the child classes. Won't it be great if we can define these functions also just once and reuse it? What if we can create a function called sounds in the parent class and then reuse and modify it to specify the sounds made by the two different animals? Wouldn't that make our task simpler? Especially more for long programs where we may have many child classes and a lot of functions. Moreover, we won't have to remember the names of all the individual sound-related functions in such a case, and we can simply use one function name called sounds. So let's see how we can do it. So here, let's first create a function called sounds like this. Notice that we have used the keyword open before this function name because the child classes will call and modify this function, and so it needs to be declared open to enable reusability of the function. We were also using these other functions in the child classes, but since we did not need to modify them, we did not use the keyword open while defining them. Now let's go back to the main function and remove these functions and call the function sounds in both the objects. So, as you will see, when we use the functions as it is, we get the output, I make a sound. But we do not want to print this. We want the function to be customized according to the child classes. So let's go to the child class dogs and create the function sounds and give it a new customized message. Now if you see, there is some error being shown by the IDE on this function name. Let's hover over it to see what the IDE has to say. So the IDE says that sounds hides the member of supertype animals and needs an override modifier. What this means is that the name of the function used in the parent class and the child class is the same. So we can either change the name of the function or we can add the keyword override before the function definition. Since we are referring to the same function and we want to use the same name, let's add the keyword override before this function definition. If you will see, the error is gone now. Now, let's do the same for the class cats. Now let's run the program again. Yes, we get the customized outputs now. So, what we have looked at here is a way to inherit methods or functions defined inside the parent class. Now if you notice, we are using the terms functions and methods interchangeably. So don't get confused if we use one instead of the other. That was all for this video. In the next video, we will look at visibility modifiers.